Hello and welcome to the Matsu Miners playoff postgame show. I'm Hunter Warning, joined by Ben Taylor, and it was a long, hard-fought game, but
Yeah.
the Miners did come out on top, 3-1 over the Oilers. Chance to take the series in Game 2 tomorrow, but tonight there was some, you know, hesitation there because it got pushed back to 6:30 due to weather, and it didn't let up basically until the end of the game. How
No.
much did the elements play into tonight?
I mean, I don't know how much they played into it, but I mean, it was pretty rough out there. But, this field is built for that kind of stuff. And, with Pete Christopher, our GM, and Terry Johnson, our vice president, and the pitching staff, running the turfs out and working on that field. I mean, those guys did a heck of a job for us, and they got this thing ready. And it was important we got this thing in. I mean, it's the Alaska Baseball League, and the weather's been pretty crappy all summer. So, you just got to deal with it, and you got to get this thing in, and you got to get after it. I mean, nobody cares that it's cold and rainy.
Well, someone who it clearly didn't affect tonight was Spencer Henson. Went out there and pitched probably his biggest performance of the year,
Heck
one of his
yeah.
best games.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's an absolute bulldog for us, and his heart is as big as his body, and he's a big dude, man. He competes so hard for us and contested every pitch. He did a great job, and he was fantastic. I just can't say enough about that kid. He's fantastic.
And hitting wise, it took a little while for things to get going, but
Yeah.
eventually they did and got enough. How big were insurance runs late?
Yeah, huge, man. I mean, every out, every pitch is going to be contested in August. That's just how it is. And to tack on a couple late there was big for us. I mean, we didn't roll the pole till the late innings, and that's just how it's going to be. But you got to roll the pole. You can't just can it because it didn't go great for you in the first five. So, super proud of the guys the way they handled their business, and put ourselves in a good spot for tomorrow.
Absolutely. So best of luck tomorrow. Thanks for
buddy.
coming up. As always,
Thank
warm
you.
up.
Yeah,
It was a cold one. So when we return, Spencer Henson will be up here to talk with Troy Wisniewski. Stay tuned.
Welcome back into the Napa Auto post-game show. It's a little wet and rainy as I'm looking at my hair now. Spencer Henson, 7 innings pitched, 0 runs given up, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts. What was working for you today out there?
Honestly, not a whole lot. It was one of those outings you just had to grind through and, hope for the best and just keep plugging away. Pitch count got kind of high, so had to make towards the end of the game, I had to make it count.
And how was it pitching in those wet conditions? A lot of mud to work with and a lot of clay sticking to your shoes.
Oh yeah, it was kind of like my first outing down in Kenai. Actually, Kenai was colder and it was still rainy, but just had to find a way to make like a little piece of leverage up on the mound, and just have something to hold on to and work with my mechanics a little bit and make sure I didn't, anything slip out from under me. But
well, you had some help from the grounds crew, Calvin LeBrun, Thaddeus Ward, and a couple other guys helping out in between innings. How important was that to get that turfus down and try and dry out the mound a little bit?
Oh man, it was huge. Being able to trust your footing after the guys come out there and plant and do your regular thing. And it was kind of this win was kind of to them. Even the guys in the back half coming in the 8th and 9th, and that really helped us out being consistent on the mound.
Yeah, good outing from the bullpen with Zach Hardy going 1 inning and then Josh Green closing it out. Miners get the win against the Oilers. How important for momentum is it? I mean, now you're only 1 game away from playing for a World Series.
Oh man, it's huge. We're a real big momentum team. If you followed us through the season, we're always a back half team, and just getting a run, and guys start coming together, getting at bats, getting good at bats, getting good swings on balls. That's a really big momentum going into tomorrow's game when we're facing. We'll have to face Kerr tomorrow. So.
Well, thank you very much for joining. Miners take this one 3-1. They take game 1. Game 2 tomorrow set for 2 p.m. and game 3 we need. And we'll be right back tomorrow on your Matson Miners baseball broadcast.